In this video, you're going to learn how to solve equations using the distributive property. There's two ways to do it when we're solving two-step equations. The first way would be to distribute in the number. The second way would be to divide first, and we're going to go through both ways in our examples. Okay, so our first example says 6 times x plus 3 equals 48. The first way is to distribute it in. So what that means is, I'm just going to rewrite it down here. I'm going to distribute that 6 in to the x and the 3. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 3 is a positive 18 equals 48. Now it's just a two-step equation. So I'm going to divide both sides, or I'm going to subtract both sides with 18. 6x equals 30. X equals 5. Okay, so that's the first way. The second way works when you can easily divide the two numbers, the number on the outside of the parentheses and what it's equal to. So again, I'm just going to rewrite it. In my head, I know 48 divided by 6 is 8. So I can actually divide both sides by 6, leaving x plus 3 equals 8, because 48 divided by 6 is 8. Once as I move that 6 away, those parentheses go away. Now I can just subtract 3, x equals 5. So either method works. One's just a little quicker when you can actually do the division. All right, let's jump to number 2. Let's do the distributive property first. So I'm just going to rewrite it just so I don't mess up the actual equation. I'm going to multiply 4 into both items. Do not forget that. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times the negative x is negative 4x equals 8. This is just like one from our last video. You can either leave it like this or switch it to say negative 4x plus 20, since that's a positive 20, equals 8. And solve. Either way works. I'm just going to go with the original. Since that's a positive 20, I'm going to subtract 20 to the other side. Negative 4x equals 8 minus 20 is negative 12. Divide by negative 4. X equals a positive 3. Okay, I know that 8 divided by 4 is a whole number, so I'm going to definitely try the second method. That probably would have been the first one I went with to move it a little quicker. Divide both sides by 4. 5 minus x equals 8 divided by 4 is 2. Again, you can rewrite this guy as negative x plus 5 equals 2. I'm going to subtract 5. Negative x equals 2 minus 5 is negative 3. I always want this to be a positive, so x equals 3. If you don't see it, you divide both sides by negative 1 to cancel out the negative. X equals 3. Okay, third one. The first way is to distribute it, so I'm just going to rewrite it here. Whenever you distribute, do to both, so that's technically saying 9 times x plus 9 times 3 equals 27. You can always just skip to this step right here. I'm going to subtract 27 to both sides. Divide both sides by 9. 0 divided by any number is just going to get you 0. I know 27 divided by 9 is 3, so it's the quicker method to get your work done. Divide by 9. X plus 3 equals 3. Subtract 3. X equals 0. All right, our last example. We notice 7 divided by 2 is not going to give me a whole number. So I definitely should not do the second method. I'm just going to do the distributive property one. You don't really want to mess with fractions or decimals in the first step. So I'm always just going to do the distributive when those numbers don't divide evenly. Now I add 6, 8x equals 13, and I'm going to divide both sides by 8. X equals 13 over 8. You plug it into your calculator, you get 1.625. Always make sure it's a simplified fraction. Alright, if you need any help, just stop by office hours.